What? Joey's here. Hey, Joey.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Pleasure.
What's going on?
Well, it's not a lot with me. But with you, I understand you're taking the Beast out on tour.
Yes, we are.
Diving straight in, yeah.
The Machine is coming back to the UK. Just going up to Sweden, do some rehearsal, and decide what set list and everything. But it'll be Balls and Banners tour in February all over UK.
I wanted to ask you, actually, about why is it called Balls and Ballads?
Well,
sorry.
Balls and
Banners.
Balls and Banners. Well, when we designed the cover, we used to refer to the design actually as what are we going to do? Where are we going to put the balls? It's sort of the flip side of the CD. You can say it's sort of similar shape.
Hang on, where are we going to put the ball? Those are the balls. I thought it was an apple, a spiky apple.
Yeah, it could be.
Is it not?
But if you look on the flip side, it doesn't look like an apple. It's more sort of graphically, yeah. Anyway,
I thought those were conkers.
And then Banners, we just love the Union Jack. We love the design. So we just want a new name for this tour, and that's it, really.
What was the last tour called?
Last Look at Eden.
Oh, well,
that's when we introduced it. We introduced it then, and we've been invited to come back. And what can we do? Let's come up with a new name. So, yeah, that's it.
Well, I wanted to ask you about Last Look at Eden. The album was brilliant, but what was the reaction to the album and the tour generally from the punters, from whoever, press, whoever is important to you?
It's amazing. It's our 8th album, and it's the most interesting response and best response. I mean, shortlisted in Classic Rock magazine as well for best new album or something like that. And only Slash was before us. That's it. And but we've done about 100 shows for the Last Look at Eden album, and it's been the best time in Europe's career since a long, long time ago.
Well, that's great. We enjoyed the album, and yeah, quite frankly, it was I was surprised by how good it was. I know that sounds horrible. I don't mean it to, but the album really did take us by surprise, and we enjoyed playing. We played a lot of tracks here on Planet
I heard
Rock
you
from.
do, and I thank you very much for that. It's got a great connection. We just had a lot of fun with this one in the studio. When we came back with Start from the Dark, it was more of a raw dime. It was sort of searching again, and then Secret Society was more trying to get to grips of sound, how to make a great sounding album. It was kind of cutting edge and modern. But Last Look at Eden, we just relaxed, and we didn't shy away from showing our influences, and we had a lot of fun, and it has connected with a lot of people.
Good. I got to talk about the final countdown.
Yeah.
#1 in 25 countries. How did you guys respond to that sudden jump into the rock stratosphere?
Yeah, we've done 2 albums before that. We toured a bit, and of course we were dreaming of touring the US and the UK. And with that song, it happened. I mean, everything started happening globally and internationally. We just got to deal with CBS, now Sony in New York, and Polydor just signed up New Jersey band Bon Jovi, and it was all that was kicking off in the 80s. And then we did the Final Countdown album with Journey producer Kevin Nelson, and it just opened up everything. What a great thing. I mean, to tour the UK, to tour the US for the first time in these boys' lives, it's amazing.
Tell me about the dark underbelly of that time. Come on, man.
I know the only thing I remember that was sort of interesting, it's, you know, these TV sets that fly out of hotel windows, you know, we used to buy our own used ones.
I've heard.
Because it was much cheaper. You know, we couldn't afford throwing the real ones out. So we had actually, in our tour bus, we had 10 or 20 used TV sets that we could use. They look cool in the local press after.
You had a separate truck to carry the TV sets for you. Oh, okay. Well, listen, of course, you're now Planet Rock family with the show on Sunday night at 6. How are you finding it?
It's good. It's so much fun, and for you guys to let me play what I want to play, and it's a privilege. You know, they took me in here for a test run and see how it went, but apparently I did good, and so I'm still here, and they sort of haven't thrown me out yet. No, it's great. It's great fun.
Let me ask you, what are the differences between bantering on stage in front of rabid rock fans and bantering in a room by yourself with a microphone?
It is quite a difference, actually. It's a good question. It's so different. You're there by yourself, or with a producer, or you do it yourself, and it's kind of so quiet. But you get to play great music. That's the main thing. And on stage, I get to play great music. So, you know, similar.
Okay, now here's a question that this is just absolutely from me. You're an attractive man and a rock star. I imagine you attract a fair amount of attention from the opposite sex. How do you handle that?
Well, these days...
Because I do too, of course.
Yeah, of course you do. You're a famous DJ. I mean, God, aren't they the fans outside for you? I mean, there's some girls out there.
I think that's just Rob Burney. Yeah, that's just Rob.
I don't know. It comes with it. You know, a lot of people... I mean, there's been girls moving from other countries to live in the same country. There's actually girls moving from South Europe to Upplands Väsby outside Stockholm to move to live where we are. The thing is, we don't live there anymore.
I was going to say.
So they've actually moved to a place where we're not. That's kind of freaky. But, you know, there's some weird things that's been going on. But, you know, we're lucky. We're so lucky to be doing this. We're friends in the band. We met when we were teenagers, and, you know, it's amazing. And this connection with the UK is amazing.
Fantastic. Listen, let's. I got to do some traffic and travel, and then we'll play one of your songs. We'll chat some more, get some listener questions. Is that all right?
All right, let's do it.
Great.
Traffic and travel with Planet Rock.
M40 southbound, Oxfordshire, 3 miles northwest of Bicester. M40 southbound lane blocked on entry slip road due to jackknifed lorry at J10A43. That's Brackley and Cherville Valley services. On entry slip road, no change of
don't say
details.
the no change of details.
All right. Oh, those the no change? All right. Anyway, M40 southbound, Warwickshire, 6 miles east of Redditch. One lane closed due to broken down lorry on M40 southbound between J16 and A3400. Henley and Arden. And J15, A46/A429. Longbridge Island and Warwick. I don't know.
I think you've suffered enough. The title track from Europe's most recent offering, Last Look at Eden. Joey Tempest is here with me. We were just actually reminiscing about gigs we've been to and stuff like that. We were talking Rush, as the conversation always turns to with me. You saw the Presto tour.
Yeah. I did see it in America at the time. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Big inflatable rabbits. That was great. Good time. So I've got some questions from listeners here.
Anyone from Bicester?
Yeah, I should say. Well done on that. Yes, my traffic and travel is pretty much the highlight of my show. So,
yeah.
This one says, my name's Carla. I'm from Portugal. I'd like to ask if you're going to be recording any of the Balls and Banners tour concerts, and will there be a DVD?
Yeah, we are actually. We just decided to do DVD on this tour, and we mainly shot at Shepherd's Bush Empire. And yeah, there will be a new DVD shot right there.
Oh, cool. So,
yeah.
So next month. Oh,
yeah.
Fantastic.
And a lot of cameras, a lot of fun. That'd be a great gig. We will carry cameras all through the UK tour, but it will be more sort of backstage stuff. But the main gig will be filmed at the Shepherd's Bush Empire.
Great. Next one is from Paula, who'd like to ask you if you're going to be playing any new material on this tour.
We will play songs from Last Look at Eden, which we still consider a new album.
It's only a year old.
I know. It's sort of 4 or 5 songs from that, and we just started writing on our next album. We'll go into the studio in October. There is sort of 1 or 2 demos floating about. That's all we got right now, and I don't think we're going to introduce it on the tour. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. This is a funny question. Well, I think it is anyway. What is the second thing that makes you peaceful, happy, proud, that makes you smile? I ask the second because I know your son Jamie is the first. That's from Simona, the Beast Girl.
The first is my family, of course, but the second is probably, Stockholm in the summer, something like that. It's just all my memories are from there, and growing up with my friends, and going to gigs and hanging out. Yeah.
How far north in Sweden are you from? I'm
from Stockholm area. Yeah.
So that's fairly south then.
Yeah, it is, because it's a very long country. It takes about 10 or 11 hours to drive from the southern to the north point. So
I lived in Oslo for 5 months, and what I was getting at is you said the summer in Sweden, the days are very, very long up there.
It's sort of insomnia time, It's but it's nice though. I used to party till the sun never sets almost, and it's kind of cool.
Excellent. By the way, Alina from Poland sent a bunch of pictures. I should probably pull them up on the screen so you could see them. She sent a lot of pictures, okay. I guess from a gig you played there.
All right.
Dave Evans asks, are you going to see Thin Lizzy? He says he understands you're a big fan of theirs.
I'm a big Thin Lizzy fan. I saw them 3 times when I was younger. Once on the Renegade tour, once on the Chinatown tour, and once at a private gig where I got to meet Phil. It's a great experience. But This latest incarnation, I might go and see. I haven't seen the other ones. I haven't seen the ones with the sax and everything. But I might go to this one. It looks interesting. I know Darren a little bit, the keyboard player, and also Brian Down is back. So it's kind of interesting. I think it is.
Every email, without fail, that's been sent to me who've seen Thin Lizzy on this tour has said they're absolutely on fire at the moment. So
great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to try to catch that one.
Got a little bit of time now before we play some free. I didn't ask you this earlier, but I did some in-depth research on Wikipedia. But you wrote the keyboard line of the final countdown.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. How many instruments do you play?
I was just interested in keyboards at that time. We were a guitar-based band. I was just a kid. I was in school. There was only one keyboard in school, and I approached the guy, and it was actually Mick McGill, who was later on in the band. And I borrowed the keyboard, and I went home. It was a Korg Polar 6, and I came up with this, and that sort of thing. And I kept it a long time, till our third album. And then we wanted an opening for our show, and I put the song together around that. So, yeah, I don't know how that flew into my head, but it's just, sometimes technology does that. A new guitar or a new keyboard, that can feed you. You sit there by yourself and just try different sounds, and there it pops out. You just grab it,
I remember reading an interview with Trevor Rabin from Yes, who says that he got most of his good ideas from sitting on the toilet for some reason. Do you have a particular place other than Sweden in summertime where inspiration strikes?
Not really. Sometimes a bit Mark Knopfler, actually, because I read somewhere he sits and he almost falls asleep in front of the telly and playing at the same time. Sometimes I can sit the guitar. I play guitar every day, but if you watch something, if you do two things at the same time, Mozart apparently did that. He was writing a score with one hand and sort of doing something with his other hand. Could be pool balls, playing pool, or trying to get a ball down a pocket or something. And it was sort of it sort of frees you a little bit. So if you do two things, if you play guitar and write, and you watch something else at the same time, it could actually loosen things up a little bit, and you can progress from there.
I'll have to remember that next time I'm playing the guitar, but you've given me an idea. Yeah. But let me just tell the folks the tour dates: Glasgow on the 17th of February, Birmingham on the 18th, London the 19th, Oxford the 21st, Bournemouth the 22nd, Bristol the 23rd. You know what? All the dates are on planetrock.com.
Yes.
Do check them out. You can buy your tickets. We're out of time for talking. Joey, Thanks very much. Listen to Joey on Sunday at 6 o'clock. And I've got a little job for you to do while we play free, if you're up for a very small challenge, since you play the guitar.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's nothing.
Thanks for having me, though. This was great.
My pleasure. Take care, Joey.